Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to TTV. I am Toya, the host. Today is December 5th, 2020. So we are almost in the year 2021. I know a lot of us would be happy to leave this year behind. Um, the weather outside today is kind of gloomy and cold, but that's okay. It's good for your lungs to be out there and breathing in that colder air. Um, it took me a minute to figure out what I wanted to discuss with you guys today, and I think change is what really came up. I was watching this movie, and throughout the movie, the bird, the phoenix, just kept coming up, just kept coming up, kept coming up, kept coming up. And for those who don't know what the phoenix is a mythological bird that goes through these different cycles of life. And at the end of each cycle, it explodes into this ball of flame and ends up being this pile of ash. And then in that ash is where it is reborn, and that's how it spends its never ending life. It's just, goes through a cycle, it dies, is reborn, dies, reborn, dies, reborn. And I think it's kind of like what we go through. I think we have moments in our life where we can feel something bubbling up trying to come out of us. And that to me is just a different version of you. It's like you are trying to expand who you are in this world. You're trying to change it, whether it's your perception on life, whether it's how your thought process, whether it's, your happiness, just your overall well being. That is something inside of you that wants this change to come out. And either you can suppress it, which is why I think a lot of people end up being very bitter in life because they suppress those feelings and they didn't allow themselves to evolve into something else. And they become bitter and hateful and angry over it. So I believe when we get those feelings, we need to actually explore it to see what it is that is trying to come out. And I believe every time that that happens is really just trying to upgrade you in a way to make you better than what you are today. Not necessarily that anything is wrong with you today, but that's the point in life to me is you strive to be somebody perfect. You make this you build or this image of the perfect you and you strive to be it, even though you probably will never come to it. Because no human is perfect. Okay, no human is perfect, but I believe that you can always strive to be perfect. You can always strive toward like that being the end goal. Even though you'll never get there, you can still become a better person each and every day. And when you get these moments where you get this something inside of you bubbling up to try to change something about you, at least sometimes you need to explore that, see where it's going to take you. And so that's kind of where I am in my life right now. I can feel this change coming. I can feel it trying to come out. And I've been kind of suppressing it. Like I let a little out and suppress the rest, let a little out, suppress the rest. And really, it's just like, Toy, come on. You just need to really just buckle down and just let it out. Like how many times have we done this in our life? And even you, how many times have you done this in your life to where you have allowed yourself to metamorphose into somebody different? And you can't tell me you never have because you have, whether it was you going backwards or going forwards, you've done it sometime in your life. Because when we're kids, we think about, I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna be a princess, or I'm gonna be this doctor, or I'm gonna be an astronaut and I'm gonna fly into space and land on the moon, or I'm gonna live underwater in my own aquarium or whatever it was. When you had these ridiculous thoughts as you're a child, like your imagination just went wild and you had all these crazy thoughts of what you could be when you grow up. But then you get to where you grow up and you realize, okay, no, that's not what I can do. So you change. It's a different thought process now that you done went through. And so you're thinking of something else that you can be in. Just you do this all through high school. Like, what are you gonna do when you get out of school? You're gonna do the family business. You're gonna go become a doctor. You're gonna be an engineer. You're gonna, work in sanitation. What are you gonna do with your life? And so you go through a different more metamorphosis where the reality of life is really kicking in. And you're trying to figure out where's your place in it and who you are in it. And then as you get older from there, you become a parent, so you metamorphose again because now you have these children to think about, you have somebody else to think about other than yourself. And it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. So everybody has gone through this, so whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. So why not, when you feel that bubbling up inside of you trying to come out, explore it. Let it go. See what happens. Most of the times, it's just going to change your perception. It changes your thought process. It changes your outlook on life. It gives you more hope, more clarity, so that you can see where it is you need to go. You can have some kind of roadmap. It's like being in a crossroads, and I think this is where a lot of people get stuck, and that's when they end up bitter and hateful and just really unhappy in life, is because they come to this crossroads where this something inside them is bubbling up, trying to bring out something of in them, trying to change some outlook inside of them. And you can take that road to see what happens when you go down that road of change, or you can stay where you are, continue to suppress it, and end up down this other road where you continue to be bitter and unhappy and just loathing life. And so, me, when presented with that choice, or I sit at that crossroads, I go to the one for change. Why? Because to me, or for me, I should say, I'm always striving to be somebody better tomorrow than I am today. So tomorrow I want to be better than I was today. Today I want to be better than I was yesterday, and so on and so forth. And that's just the continuous cycle that I go through, because I don't think you ever stop changing who you are. I don't think you ever have to stop. To me, you strive to be the perfect human. The Mother Teresa or the Gandhi of the world. You try to strive to be something like that. And you may never get there. You may never get there. But it doesn't mean you don't try. It doesn't mean that you don't work towards that progression. Nobody in life is perfect. Not one human in this world is perfect. None of us. But we can always strive to be perfect. We can always work towards that, even if we never get there. And that's where that being better today than I was yesterday, being better tomorrow than I was today. So that's where that whole ideal comes from. And when you get these moments where it's bubbling up inside of you to be something different, I think it needs to be explored. Become that phoenix. Allow the you now, whether it's the thought process you're going through or your perception, to burn off right now, so that it can be reborn into something much better. um so that's where I am, and that's my message for today. Sometimes we have to embrace those changes within ourselves that are trying to make us better people. So embrace it, don't suppress it, just let it out. Change is good. It's something that we all have to go through. It helps humans evolve. If there was never any change, if you never evolved, then you would stay a child the rest of your life. And although that can be appealing every month when them bills come into the mail and they say, hey, pay me, you're like, man, to be a child again. But the truth of it is you can't go back. You can never stay a child. You just can go forward and move forward and become better tomorrow than you were today, and better today than you were yesterday. So that's my message for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and feel free to share. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. A happy Saturday. If you're working, hopefully your day is peaceful and goes by quick. If you're at home, I hope your day goes by peaceful and not so quick. Like me, I don't want my day to go quick. I want to enjoy my weekend before it's back to the grind again. But in any case, enjoy your day. I love you all, and thanks for watching.